Hamilton. I'm a third-year law student and a law clerk at Global Migration Law Group. I'm joined here today with Bill Cook, our managing member, and Rajnish Sharma, our of counsel at the firm, who is admitted both in India and the United States. We're here today to clear the air about some common misconceptions about the EB-5 program in India. What are some issues Indians face when applying for an EB-5 visa?
The most important issue Indians face when applying for an EB-5 visa is the documenting the source of fund from India. Most Indians have their funds locked in immovable properties, and they are usually getting a gift from a parent, and it could be a business income, or it could be capital gains from the sale of property, or it could be salaried income from an Indian parent. So that issue of source of fund has to be issued early in the application process. The second issue faced by the Indians is the remittance of the required funds from India to the EB-5 project. The RBI regulation at present, they allow the applicants to transfer up to $250,000 each financial year, each individual. The students and the F1 and the H1B visa holders in US can remit up to $1 million from their non-resident accounts in India. So the regulations do permit remittance of funds outside of India, but these are the two major significant issues.
Let me just add two quick points for the audience to remember. First, source of funds is the number one reason that EB-5 petitions are denied. And so you've really got to put the time and effort in with a qualified US Indian lawyer to get that documented. And number two, sometimes it takes time to liquidate assets. So if you wait until the last minute to decide to do an EB-5 visa, you may find you don't have sufficient time to liquidate the assets, or they might not be liquidated under the most favorable market conditions. So planning is important. Delay is not necessarily the wisest course.
Why isn't the EB-5 program more popular in India?
In India, first thing is that people do not have much information available about this program in general. Secondly, Indians have been getting their green cards approved under the EB2 and EB3 categories for many, many years. Now with the severe backlog in those categories, most Indian students and H1Bs especially based in US have no other option but to apply for EB-5 if they want to have a permanent residency in US in a relatively quicker time. So that was the main reason why the program has not been very popular in India till now.
Well, I think also a second reason would be because the history of the program has been somewhat storied, and there have been very high-profile incidents of fraud in the program. And Indians are right to be very cautious and to ensure that before they make an EB-5 investment decision, they've used the services of their own lawyer and financial advisor to conduct complete due diligence. They shouldn't be relying on what the projects or their marketing people are telling them for information.
Is it difficult to get EB-5 investment capital out of India?
It's not difficult to get the EB-5 capital out of India, provided you follow the rules of the RBI. Presently, we do have exchange control rules of the government of India in this regard. But an individual can remit up to $250,000 US each financial year for the purpose of EB-5 investment. It's advisable that they should consult a competent professional so that they stay in compliance with the rules and regulations, and most regulations and notifications change very rapidly in this area of law. Any non-resident Indian who is studying on F1 visa or H1B visa holder, they being the non-resident Indians, they can remit up to $1 million each financial year from their non-resident accounts in India. So legally, it's not difficult to remit the fund out of India for the EB-5 investment purpose.
Okay. Bill, is there anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, I'd like to mention that often we have to customize the structure of how the funds are moved because perhaps a parent or a brother or a sister or a grandparent has already used their LRS allotment for the financial year, and so we have to often split up the capital into smaller tranches to accommodate the LRS requirements.
What questions should Indians ask when making an EB-5 investment?
In our experience, most Indians do not have any information, or they do not have much information about the EB-5 projects and EB-5 process in general. So they should really be asking about where the funds will be deployed, who are the people behind the project, whether the project has any track record, and whether they are being advised by right professionals, which could be broker-dealer in many cases, competent lawyers, and what is the probability of getting the principal amount of 500,000 back. So those are some very important questions that Indians need to ask before they make any kind of decision regarding EB-5.
Yeah, I would add to that, these are very high-risk investments with a low return on investment. So as Rajnish said, the number one question you should be asking after you assure yourself that this is actually an honest project that's really EB-5 compliant is, how am I going to get my money back? And usually you should be relying only on answers that have been reviewed by your counsel and financial advisor, because the answers you get from third parties that you're not paying by definition are conflicted and potentially suspect.
Thank you for your time today. I think we have provided some much needed clarification about the EB-5 program in India. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please visit our website at gmlgvisas.com. Thank you.